Apparently, Cardi B is expecting us to go into a recession, and obviously, we're not going to get into that right now. But hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, and where do I think the markets are going. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is strictly my opinion on the markets. So Bitcoin is having a pullback. A lot of people are very scared. A lot of people are selling, and a lot of people are, you know, pushing this agenda that now is the time to sell. Apparently, because I guess that's what you do in a bear market. You sell at a loss. Well, I don't know. Twitter is crazy as always, but I think by the sound of my voice, you can see that I'm not worried whatsoever because I know where crypto is going long term. I know that I'm in strong projects that will survive the bear market. And this is something that everyone should have, in my opinion, because if you have been buying low cap gems throughout the bull market and you didn't take profits in November or in March or in May last year, then you are in a pretty tough situation, I can imagine right now. But I do think it's okay because now you have the opportunity to buy all of the top projects at very cheap prices. If we take a look at what's going on with the markets, you can see that Bitcoin's down 27% on the 7-day. It's below $25,000. Ethereum's back to $1,200, $1,200. USDT is losing its peg just a little bit over here. This is something that could even drop us lower below $20,000, in my opinion, if we have more Tether FUD along with Binance. And these are really the only things that I think that can push the market below $20,000, unless some of the whales want to liquidate Celsius's $18,000 liquidation stop loss position that they have. That I don't think we are going below $20,000. But hey, I might be wrong. We're going to take a look at a couple of support levels that we could potentially hold. I did talk about the Bitcoin support levels that we could hold on Twitter. So make sure to follow me on Twitter. And we're going to talk about everything basically right now. This is going to be kind of a long video. So just chill back, sit back, chill out, and relax and enjoy. So let's take a look at Cardano here. It's sitting below 50 cents. So this is when I initially bought into Cardano. I bought in at 45 cents, a bunch of tokens. XRP is below 40 cents at 30 cents right now. Solana is down so much. Now, Solana is a good buy at this point because if you have been buying Solana at $200, then you definitely want to think about dollar cost averaging. Dogecoin, no. We have Polkadot sitting below $7. This is a steal in my opinion. I'm going to be buying so much Polkadot in this bear market. It's crazy. AVAX, I want to be careful with AVAX because they have been missing a lot of deadlines. A lot of crypto projects do miss their deadlines and they postpone a lot of things. But AVAX has been a little sketchy lately, and I don't know. I'm going to think about AVAX. I'm not going to be buying into it right now. Polygon Matic, the layer 1 to Ethereum, great project. I'm buying into it right now. You can check out my trade alerts on Patreon. Litecoin's below $50. CRO is below 12 cents. Chainlink is below $6. This is a great price for Chainlink, and I have bought into Chainlink quite a lot, and I'm going to be buying more. And obviously, Cosmos, one of my favorite projects. Cosmos Atom is below $7 as well. Great entry. Decentraland Mana is something that I'm going to be buying, but it has actually gone back up quite nice over here. It had a nice move to the upside. The KCS token is something that a lot of people are very bullish on. Theta, well, I'm not buying into Theta, but a lot of people like the project. I'm not saying that it's a bad project. I just don't want to buy into it before I have strong positions in the top altcoins. And obviously, Elrond. Elrond is something that I'm very bullish on. Now, moving into the Twitter here, page that I have. The link is going to be down below in the description. I do post technical analysis over here so we can stay up to date with Ethereum, Bitcoin, some of the top 10 cryptos, and sometimes I do post and retweet funny memes. If you enjoyed that, then welcome. So Ethereum, yesterday, 24 hours ago, I posted this. Ethereum did back test its previous all-time high. Obviously, we've gone below that, and I asked if Bitcoin is going to suffer the same fate, if Bitcoin is going to back test the previous all-time high of the previous cycle, basically, because Bitcoin has never done that before. And right now, we're sitting at $22,000, and I do think we could retest $20,000. Now, in my throughout the videos that I've been making for the last month, I have been saying that I do think Bitcoin will bottom out somewhere, below $25,000, at $23,000, $22,000. But I didn't actually think that we would have a back test of support, even though on a technical level, that is nothing to be afraid of, because having a back test of support on a previous resistance level is just a great thing, in my opinion. And in terms of technical analysis, that is great. And also, we did have this a poll over here. You can go on and vote where you think the bottom is going to be. Well, obviously, now you have to vote 18K or lower, or 20K. Otherwise, we're below 25K and 23K. And I do have to say that I didn't expect this pullback to come this early. I was expecting it sometime in August or late July, but hey, the sooner the better. The lower we go and the longer we stay there, the better for me, because I have more time to buy into everything at cheaper prices. And apparently, Cardi B is expecting us to go into a recession, and obviously, we're not going to get into that right now, but US's economy is not in the best place, to say the least, and Cardi B is talking about it too. And well, if Cardi B is talking about us going into recession, inflation is at an all-time high of the last 40 years, I do think this is the right time to be buying into Bitcoin, right? Because you want to preserve your wealth and you want a hedge against inflation. So jumping into the charts now, we're gonna take a look at different charts over here. The video is going to be probably a bit longer than usual, so I do apologize. Hopefully you don't mind that too much. Now, on the weekly chart, something that I was targeting is the 200 EMA, and that was sitting at $25,000. So as you can see, we dropped below that. So this is no longer a strong support level that we have. And so this is not something that we are going to be targeting right now. Now, let me just bring back the drawings. You can see that we were in a falling wedge here on the weekly chart, and we've obviously lost the support, and now we're coming back down. I do have a Fib retracement set up over here. If you can see, I do have the swing high over here in May and the swing low in May as well. And we have our 1.618 at $25,000, 322. That is exactly where the 200 EMA was, by the way. That's why this level gave me so much confluence to the fact that this is going to be our bottom. Obviously, that didn't happen. We dropped lower. We still have the 2.618 target here at $21,000. Perhaps this will be our bottom, but well, this is just a guessing game. Obviously, no one's going to know where the bottom is. You have to look for oscillators to bottom out, right? We're pretty much in the oversold right now on the weekly chart, on the stochastic. If you take a look at the weekly RSI, we have been in a falling wedge as well, and we just lost the support. And we're in the oversold, and we haven't been in this oversold zone since the last bottom of the bear market bottom that we had in December of 2018. Okay, so this is a very bullish thing in my opinion, even though we're going down, but we're hitting crucial areas in terms of the oscillators. We're coming back down into these oversold positions, and from there you can see that we have these strong moves to the upside. We have the halving coming, the Bitcoin halving coming in 2024, presumably in June. So that's 2 years away from now. I do think Bitcoin is going to be at $100,000 by that point, hopefully. If not, then after the halving, we're definitely going to see $100,000. That's pretty much guaranteed. But in all honesty, I do think we're going to get to $100,000 for that probably. Don't hold me accountable for what I say here. Now, I do want to jump into the monthly chart as well. This is going to be TradingView, and we're going to take a look at multiple charts, just like I said. So Obviously, the 55 EMA over here is going to be a strong support level. Now, one thing I did notice is that the Binance chart has the 55 EMA sitting at $20,000, 422, and the 55 EMA on Bitstamp is at $24,000, 617. So if you know why that is the case, why the 55 EMA is higher than it is on Binance's chart, please let me know down below. But if you take a look at the Binance chart, this is potentially going to be our bottom here. Okay, going back to the Bitstamp chart, you can see that every time we lose the 20 EMA, which is the yellow line, we come back down here and stay above the 55. Here, the COVID dump, we came down to the 55. I do think if I go here to Coinbase, yeah, this is the chart that has the 2011 data as well. So each bear market bottomed out at the 55 EMA, and I do think we are potentially looking for a 20% wick below the 55 EMA. So if we take a look at this move over here, so this was a 14.4% below the 55 EMA. Here on the COVID dump, this was a 28% move below the 55 EMA, but this was a black swan event, so you don't really count that in. Okay, and yeah, so if we're looking for a 14% drop below the 55 EMA over here, okay, then that is going to put us somewhere at, $21,000, which goes in line with the 2.618 fib level that I have over here, right? $21,000. So that gives you more confluence that that is potentially going to be our bottom. The next thing that I want to take a look at is the monthly RSI on Bitcoin. You can see that we are entering and even going lower than we've been in January of 2015 and December of 2018. We're going lower than this support level, which when we usually hit this support level, we usually have a move to the upside. So potentially we could start reversing in the next, month or two, and we could do something like this and just come up, right? So you don't need to go that far below. And obviously, if we go below the 55 EMA right now and we start back testing that as resistance, that is going to be very negative. Okay, because we've never really had a bearish cross here on the monthly chart. If we do that, that is going to be very negative, and I don't know how long we're going to be in this bear market if that happens. The video is going on for a bit too long right now. I don't want to forget to show everything that I wanted to show. Obviously, we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Elliott wave theory, and it turns out that I have been right with this one, because what people thought is that this was the wave 3, okay? Wave 5 is going to be somewhere there, and this is the wave 4 pullback. Now, I said that this was our wave 3 high, okay? The wave 4 pullback was the June bottom last summer, and the November high was the 5th wave, because it is higher than the 3rd wave, right? And what we're having right now is an ABC correction, basically, and we're trying to find the C leg down, right? And potentially that is going to be here at $20,000. I would love to see a back test of that support. Bitcoin has never done that before, but things happen for the first time. And here you have these 4 trend lines. These are 4 support levels that you want to keep an eye on in the future. If we do start coming back down, if we lose $20,000, I would be eyeballing $14,000, because that's the high that we landed on, or that's the high that we created in the summer of 2019. Below that, we do have 2 support levels as well, but I don't think we'll be going below $10,000, even though some people are expecting that to happen. And yeah, so that's pretty much it regarding Bitcoin. I do have a couple of fib retracements over here as well. Let's just switch over to the weekly chart. Okay, so let me just remove this fib retracement over here. So we have a 1.618 target here at $16,000, 751, which is precisely this low that we created here in November of 2020. Now we have our swing high here in November. The swing low is in July, and we lost the swing low of July, and thus we have the target to the 1.618. Obviously, we could be held up by the 1.414 fib level over here, because it is exactly at $20,000. That could hold us, and we could simply see just a wick below to the 1.618, and that would be our bottom. But regardless, whether the bottom is at $20,000 or even $17,000 or $14,000, Bitcoin is going to be going to $1 million in the next 10 years. And that's the only thing that matters really. So it doesn't matter if you buy at $50,000 or $20,000 if you're planning to take profits at $1 million. Okay. So think big and think long term. And right now is the time to be accumulating. Now, one other thing that I do want to show you is I do have this list of top 100 richest Bitcoin addresses, and the third address here. Now, I don't know if this is grayscale or not. Please let me know down below in the comments section. But this third wallet, if you go to the third wallet and you open up over here, if you pay close attention, you can see that the green is when the address acquires Bitcoin, and the red is when they sell Bitcoin, basically. And you can see that each time they sell Bitcoin, and if you correspond that with the charts, okay, if we go to the daily chart and you look through each date and compare that to when the address sold, you can see that, for example, June 10th, he sold 500 Bitcoin. And June 10th is just a couple of days before this massive dump. Coincidence, you say? May 17th, he sold 1,500 Bitcoin. May 17th. If we go to May 17th, well, that was pretty much a couple of weeks ago, right? A month ago. Also, before the dip. Okay, so he sold $2,000 before Bitcoin. And keep in mind, he did acquire more Bitcoin after he sold this 1,500. Next up, we have April 24th, 29th, actually, another 1,500 Bitcoin. April 29th, just a couple of days before the April dump. So if you go through all these red dates, he just sells before the pullback. So this is your cheat sheet, my friends. I wish I found this earlier, but the link is going to be down below in the description. Just follow this wallet. If he sells 1,500 Bitcoin or a 500 Bitcoin, then be ready to buy the dip, because there's a dip coming in the next week potentially. So the video is, oh my God, the video is 17 minutes long. So I do apologize for the length of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you found something useful, and hopefully you are buying the dip. I'm not gonna say more. I'm a bit tired, getting my words mixed up. Johnny Depp, good for you. This is just one of the funny memes that I have on my Twitter page. So follow me on Twitter. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.